everybody, here we are again, power maths time. Have you got your cuffs ready? Yeah? Ready to do some power maths thinking? 1, 2, the power to think and the power to do. Let's get busy. Well, we've been learning a lot about 5, haven't we? We're not doing any bigger numbers at the moment, and I did tell you mums and dads not to worry about that. We want to stick at 5 because we want to get so good at learning about 5 that when we get on to learning about 10 and 20 and bigger numbers, it'll just be easy peasy. Okay, so I've got a song for us today to start our 5 thinking. I wonder if you know what it might be. I've got a duck. This is a mummy duck. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little baby ducks. Do you want to have a go and sing it with me? Come on. 5 little ducks went swimming one day over the pond and far away. Mummy duck said quack, 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 quack. Oh. But only 4 little ducks came back. 4 little ducks went swimming one day over the pond and far away. Mummy duck said quack, 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 quack. But only 3 little ducks came back. Can you see them? 1, 2, 3. 3 little ducks went swimming one day over the pond and far away. Mummy duck said quack, 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 quack. But only, take this one away, 2 little ducks came back. 2 little ducks went swimming one day over the pond and far away. Mummy duck said quack, 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 quack. Only 1 little duck came back. Let's get rid of that one. Here's the last one. 1 little duck went swimming one day over the pond and far away. Mummy duck said quack, 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 quack. That one had gone too. But no little ducks came swimming back. No little ducks went swimming that day over the pond and far away. Mummy duck said quack, 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 quack. And all 5 little ducks came swimming back. Oh, it's a bit tricky to hold all these puppets. Let's see those 5 ducks again, shall we? There they are. Let's count them. That's how we check, isn't it, that we've got them all. Did they all come back to Mummy Duck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They did, didn't they? We're going to have a look at these ducks now. I'm just going to get rid of the pond because they all look very similar. They're all a similar shape. They're all a similar colour. Well, they're all the same colour, aren't they? They've all got the same colour feet. They've all got the same colour beaks. And they've all got the same colour feathers. So it would be easy for Mummy Duck to recognise them. And just imagine if those ducks were swimming in a perfect line. Let's put them here on our board if we can. There's 1, there's 2, 3, 4 and 5. Don't fall down, little duck. There they are, all in a line. But do ducks swim like that all the time? Always in a perfect line? Or do you think sometimes they move around a bit? Maybe one swims over here and maybe one swims right over there and gets lost. And maybe one swims over here and maybe one swims down there. And sometimes that pattern might look a bit like there's 2 over here and there's 3 over here. Or there might just be 1 there and 4 there. But Mummy Duck needs to know, doesn't she, that she's always got 5 little ducks in her family. It doesn't matter whether they're all swimming together in a line or if there's 2 there, 3 there, 4 there, 1 there. It doesn't matter. She can do a very quick look because she's clever. A very quick look. Maybe she counts with her beak. A very quick look, very quick count, and she knows straight away. Maybe she's that clever she doesn't even count them. And there's a special word for that. It's called subitizing. That's a big word, isn't it? See if you can say it. Subitizing. And that is really like a power maths superpower, because that's what your brain does when it sees those ducks like that. It just knows there's 5. Oh yeah, 3 there, 2 there, 3 and 2 makes 5. 1 there, 4 there, oh yeah, 1 and 4 makes 5. Your brain gets really good at recognising 5 things all together. And it gets really good at doing it even when they're not in a line. So if you've got your 5 frame, that's great. If you haven't, don't worry, you can just look at mine. If I put some bottle tops on my 5 frame for you, I like collecting bottle tops. You can see, can't you, straight away how many I've got. You can count them with me if you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Easy peasy to see, isn't it? Because they're all in a line, they're all the same colour, and they're all in their separate little box. Let's try it with a different colour this time. See if it looks any different. 1, 2, you're counting with me, 3, 4 and 5. Pink ones this time. We drink a lot of fizzy water in our family. Let's count them to be sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or even backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We've got 5. We can see that because they're lined up on our 5 frame. But what if they're not like that? What if they're like this? What if one is upside down, one is the right way up, another one is the right way up, one is over there, and one is in the middle? How many have you got now? Does it look a bit more tricky to work out? I'm expecting you to say yes, it does, because that's where your brain has got to do the subitizing. Ooh, you can look, but it still works out that 3 and 2 is 5. But you have to think a little bit more, don't you? What if we mix up the colours? Green and a red one, 2 red ones like that, and 1 more like that. I'm just going to dump them on. How many have you got now? Did you see? Can you tell it's still 5? 3 and 2. If Mrs Bowen juggled them all around again. Oh, I've dropped one. 1 and 4. It's still 5, isn't it? But because they're not in a very uniform line, just like that, it's a little bit more tricky for your brain to work it out. And it'll be a good game to play today with your mums and dads. I'm going to show you one more go. This one's much, much harder. Can you see how many lids I've got now? Are you having to really work it out? Because they're all different, and not just different colours, but these guys are different sizes. I've got one that's really big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's still 5, but they're not in a line. And even if they were in a line, they'd still look a bit weird, wouldn't they? A bit higgledy-piggledy. Move them all around, but your brain can still work out there are 5 lids on my tray. So this is your challenge today, folks. Get yourself a little tray, or maybe a plate, or it could just be a piece of paper. See if you can find 5 things that they might look the same, like 5 lids or 5 beans or 5 spoons, and see if you can arrange them on your tray in such a way that's different every time. So here we go. I'm going to use the red lids for now. No, I'm not, because I've dropped one of those, haven't I? I'll use the green ones instead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the pattern I'm going to show you, but look what I'm going to do now. I'm going to cover it over. Keep dropping the lids, folks. I'll have to put one back into here. And then I'm going to have a little peek, and I'm going to move it around a little bit and take it off. And you've got to notice what's different about the pattern this time. Does it look exactly the same as it did before? No, because we've moved those 2 over there and these 3 have moved over here, but we can still see that 2 and 3 makes 5. Let's have another go. This time, let's have another go with all the different ones. So they're going to look like that. There's my pattern this time. Cover it over. So remember, the person that's looking has got to guess how many lids you've got on your tray. Don't tell them. I'm going to move it around a bit now. So I'm going to move them around underneath, but don't tell them. Don't tell them what you've done differently. Then take your lid off and say, right, how many have I got now? And if they can tell straight away that that's still 5, then they're really good at subitizing, aren't they? Well, I'm going to leave you now to have a play about. Find something that you can play with. And if you haven't started collecting lids like me, maybe it's a good thing to do. It's a good idea to have things like this at home. Then you've always got something to count with. Okay, have a good play then. Have an experiment. Trick your family. See if they can guess how many you're hiding underneath your cloth. And I'll see you again for more Power Maths tomorrow. High five.